So, LGBT characters on television.
LGBT what?
Don't make me say it again. It was hard enough the first time. LGBT characters.
You forgot the
television.
Q.
Okay.
Did you have to add the Q? LGBTQ?
LGBTQI.
Do you guys know what LGBTQ stands for?
Yes.
What?
No.
Lesbian.
Bisexual?
No.
Yeah, that's one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Lesbian?
Bisexual.
No, you forgot us. Lesbian?
Gay.
Bisexual?
Straight.
No, transgender.
Transgender.
And
Queer.
questioning.
Questioning.
No, I think that's okay, sweetie. Don't worry about it. It used to be. Was it used to be queer?
No, it's questioning.
Questioning.
And intersexed.
Okay, so back to Daddy Brian's monologue.
Okay, so after that great big tangent, LGBTQI characters on television.
Yeah.
Do we love them? Do we hate them? There's a lot more now than there ever used to be. And I need to make an admission right up front. I don't watch a lot of television. These guys are all TV monkeys.
He won't watch Glee with us.
And I really just don't
Hates
care
Glee.
I don't hate Glee. I just Glee.
Why do you hate Glee?
I just Glee.
You hate Glee.
No, I don't.
That's me.
But there are a lot of cool shows that I do like to watch. One of them is on Monday nights at 9 o'clock on ABC Family called The Fosters.
Foster, yeah.
Them a bunch. They're about a pair of women, a same-sex couple, 2 moms, and their 3 kids plus their 2 foster children that they're in, kind of going through their fostering adoption process.
It's unusual that everybody in the family loves the same show.
Yes.
And we actually, do you guys love The Fosters?
Yes, I love.
You like The Fosters?
Yes.
Yes, we all love The Fosters, which is, and you actually like The Fosters.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unusual for us. So
He's picky.
He's very picky about his TV. What is it you guys like about The Fosters?
I like the shows, like teenagers and how they deal with gay parents and
Yeah, with their same-sex parents.
yeah.
Yeah. So is there any characters on the show that you kind of? Yeah.
Maya Mitchell. She plays Mackenzie in Teen Beats.
And you're kind of like her.
Yeah.
And who's he like? The twin brother?
The who?
Jesus.
Jesus.
I like him a lot.
So basically, it's a family of 2 moms, 1 biological child, a set of adopted twins, who's a brother-sister, and a brother-sister foster kid. And they're actually a lot like our family. So,
Ariana and Jesus.
Yeah, the twins.
Yes.
So, and it's kind of cool to see families that kind of reflect what we do, because we do foster care, and our kids are adopted, and we don't have a biological kid that we know of. Do you have any kids out there that we don't know about?
No, it would be a miracle.
That's not true.
A biological miracle.
So it's a show that we all actually can really enjoy, and it's actually just seasons 2 just started. So we encourage you guys to go out there and watch the show, catch up on season 1. It's on Netflix if you've missed it. I think maybe, I'm not sure if you checked Amazon Prime or anything.
It's also on demand.
It's on Comcast On Demand, and we love the show, and we hope that it gets a large audience so it stays.
I think, in an age when we're starting to see more and more gay characters of different types, it's really nice to see, A, that it's 2 moms, B, that they're a mixed-race couple, C, that they're talking about adoption and foster care in a mostly realistic way. There's some over-dramatized stuff.
But it's a TV show.
Yeah.
So one thing I really do like about it is, as Selena has had a lot of questions about her mom and where she comes from.
What?
Yeah, I mean, in the past you've had questions, and there's a lot of scenes inside of the Fosters with the adopted daughter dealing with contact with her mom. And that actually helped you out a lot, didn't it?
Not about where I came from.
No, but it gave you kind of an example of a kid wanting to meet her mom.
I came from a woman.
That wasn't what he meant.
You know what I mean. You guys have very similar questions about your mom.
So the show has helped to foster dialogue
really
between
good conversations.
us as a family.
Yeah.
And given us sort of the language to be able to explain some things that can be kind of tough to figure out how to talk about.
And sometimes you can't get a point across to a child, as you can see how she talks to me. I don't know what you're talking about. When you try talking to them. But when they see it on TV and they see a show portray it, it creates great dialogue, right?
Right.
Okay, so on to the next show, because we talked about The Fosters way too much. You can see how much we like it. Yep. There's actually a new show on HBO tonight called Looking. And it's a show based on young gay men living in San Francisco Bay Area, where we live, although I was never single here very long. I mean, we kind of got together pretty young.
I snatched him up.
So we looked and found pretty quickly. But if you are a young gay person looking for love, this show's based on these young gay characters in San Francisco looking for love. So we have not seen that yet. It premieres tonight on HBO at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so this is not a show that these two are going to be watching.
No.
But we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to review it for you guys and tell you what our first impressions are.
And I've got some pretty standards because, as they've said, I'm picky about television.
He hates TV.
We're going to watch Nickelodeon and watch Keenan
Okay, we're not
Cat.
talking about Nickelodeon. Is there a gay character on Nickelodeon?
Is Degrassi a Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Then there was.
Okay, well, never mind. I was
Degrassi.
like, this is not that kind of video. This is not about that.
Fred was on Nickelodeon.
Okay, YouTube.
Okay, Fred, a YouTube
Yeah.
star. He was a Nickelodeon?
He was
Yeah.
on Nickelodeon. He had his own show.
He has
Okay.
his own movie.
So maybe if you guys do really good, you could end up on Nickelodeon?
I love Fred.
You love Fred?
My favorite movie.
Fred gets on my nerves. Okay, YouTube, we're going to actually be back in a few minutes. I was about to wrap this up, but they're not coming back. So, guys, say goodbye.
Bye.
And we'll see you in a few minutes. We're back!
Through the magic of video.
Where did our kids go? They're gone.
Poof, they're gone through the magic of video, like I said. Okay, so we just watched the first episode of Looking, and we haven't even talked to each other about it yet. So
Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks about it, and he doesn't know what I think about it.
Yeah, and of course it starts off with somebody getting a hand job in the park, because that's what gay people do.
Oh, it put me on edge
Yeah.
from that opening scene.
Yeah.
You know, for a show that's starting out, your very first scene sets
Yeah.
the tone for the entire series.
And the characters.
And they opened this with just the worst stereotype they could possibly have picked.
Yeah.
Some guy cruising and trying to hook up in a park, in the bushes.
And then he talks smack about the poor guy he hooked up with.
Oh.
So it's like, why are you hooking up at a park with a guy that you don't even find attractive?
It just,
So,
I gotta say, I'm hoping that this series will get better. I can't believe this first episode was so bad. I can't believe I'm still willing to give it a second
because
shot.
it's a gay show. And I
San
think
Francisco,
sometimes
right?
we're so hungry for characters that represent our lives that we put up with a lot of crap hoping things get better.
But they were all shallow, self-obsessed, and all about sex.
Yeah.
From one end to the other.
And, I mean, let's start with the positives. The guys are good looking. It's got some really hot guys. They're not necessarily stereotypical in a sense that, you don't have I guess, what we're used to as gay characters. So in that sense, that's a positive. It definitely has a San Francisco vibe about it because it shows San Francisco bars and is actually talking about real places.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are people out there that act exactly like they act, but I gotta say, I mean, the whole show really just pissed me off.
Yeah, well, the characters, I mean, the show jumped around so much, and it never really gave you a chance to even know the characters, let alone like them. I mean, it jumped from scene to scene to scene to scene, and it's only like a 30-minute show, which I was kind of disappointed in. And you're going to make a show for 30 minutes? I mean, it needs to at least be an hour, and they got to slow down the pace of the show. I mean, it's so fast. I mean, there's nothing likable about the characters yet.
The only redeeming quality of the entire show for me was the music. I started hearing songs from DJs that I know are local to the area.
Yeah.
So I know that whoever writes the show is at least from this area. They know something about it.
Well, and they showed a lot of local stuff, like El Noche, which is a gay...
Esta Noche.
Esta Noche, which is a gay Latin bar here in San Francisco. I mean, the one thing I didn't like about the feel of the show was, San Francisco is an amazing, beautiful city. And the way that they're filming, at least the first episode, was very dark and very depressing. I mean, the whole city looked depressing.
I think that's the point, though, because the show is called Looking, and it's about these guys' desperate search for love and connection.
Yeah, but the thing about San Francisco is so amazing. I mean, just the hills and the sunrises and the sunsets. I mean, the city is full of color. And the Mission, where some of the scenes took place in the first episode, looked really dirty and just down. Mm-hmm. Even the shot when they were coming over the hill and they were showing the sunset, it was all like washed out. So I'm not sure why they chose to do that. But I was really disappointed in the whole look of the show.
Well, I think it's somebody's pessimistic view of love and relationships for the most part. And it's sort of the core of the show. But, every single one of those characters was pretty much just catty as hell and judgmental and sarcastic. and you can kind of see why they're not like meeting people and having
and
good
of course,
relationships.
The
'cause
one,
they all kinda,
the one couple, the first episode have a 3-way. I mean, it's just like really. One second they're talking about moving in with each other and committing, and the next next episode, they're actually having a 3-way, and it's like,
yeah, it's not very realistic.
You know.
It's kind of there for the sensationalism and the stereotypes, and they really played that up big time.
So we are slightly disappointed. We had a lot of expectations of this series. You know, it's been a long time since there's been a really good series for gay men to watch. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that will love the show because it's what they perceive being gay means. You know, and they'll get a kick out of it. But
I'm hoping the show will grow and get some dimension because right now it is flat as hell.
Okay, YouTube. So Foster's a thumb up. We're still a little bit hesitant about looking. Well, thumb down for right now. Hopefully it'll get better. And once you guys go ahead and take a look at it and let us know what you think. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
YouTube.
And I believe that our love found its way through the current as the waves